get a race. So what is a quick league? We have a grid of 1966 cars out there, all to FIA Appendix K spec, which means
you about some of these specs?
We've got two incredible beasts lining up for you. Over here in purple, we've got this incredible Porsche Cayman GT4 RS, and as a bar side closer to you, you are in for a treat with that thing. That is the Dodge Viper 8.4 liter V10. No traction, no electronics, no nothing, lots of sideways action. As soon as we're ready, we are ready. So guys, let's do a countdown together. 1, go! Dodge Viper, no traction in that. Let's see if we get some sideways this time. Oh, it's a little bit. That's basically a truck engine. We're running 645 horsepower, 830 newton meters of torque. It's a very torquey thing. The Porsche is more of a precision thing. It's a fully naturally aspirated flat six. It's got nice. There we go. We're getting some sideways action from the Dodge, which is a beast of a thing. I'll tell you what. The first time that I ever drove one of these Dodge Vipers, I parked it up and then ran away from it because it was that scary. The first Porsche is a Vision, and the loud, red, rowdy Viper is an absolute monster. We're coming up to concluding this lap. Here we go. So Porsche. Okay, the Viper's going to get one more round on the Viper, and the Porsche's going to stop here. Once the cars have stopped, they want to hear your appreciation. So with me now, everybody, give them a really loud 2, 1. Oh, come on. The launch control has caught him out on the Audi R8 V10, which of course is there we go. No, we're doing donuts. We're not sliding, we're not drifting, we're just doing donuts. Here we go. He's definitely got the traction control off of that car, and he is deploying the 4-liter bi-turbo V8 in that car to full effect. 503 horsepower, 650 newton meters of torque. 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. The Audi R8 is actually quicker 0 to 60, so he's catching up with him. That's 3.1 seconds. It's 610 horsepower. Makes a great noise as it goes past. But the Mercedes is having all the fun out there. Here we go. Let's see how sideways he gets this time. Oh, here we go. Show your appreciation. Oh, he's deciding to take his own course now. The Audi, understandably, has parked up. So let's get some donuts, guys. Oh! It had to happen. It had to happen.
Well, that's what bumpers are there for, and of course that's what the concrete is there. The reversing sensors back, all will be well.
Go! Oh, the sounds absolutely awesome as it leaves the line from here. It's a 6-liter Chevy V8 LS motor. It's running about 550 after a full engine rebuild. He had it upgraded to 550 horsepower, 3.9 seconds. Look at that thing goes. It's absolutely bonkers. This thing is basically running a Honda Civic Type R engine. It's running about 350 horsepower in the Civic Type R engine. It's also got a manual gearbox front in the car. But the aerial atom is basically just a tubular chassis. That thing weighs less than your monthly groceries. It's about 600 kilograms. But boy, oh boy, does that Ultimate sound absolutely mental. It's just brilliant. Here we go. We're coming up to ending this session. The cars have come to hold. Show your appreciation for these guys. Go! So today's Ferrari, the Dream Ferrari, the 296 GTP, it is the first V6 since the Dino. Of course, it is also a hybrid, but a hybrid with a lot of power. That's 819 brake horsepower he's running, 740 newton meters of torque. By contrast, the McLaren 728 is a V8, twin turbo, 4-liter, 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds. Carbon active aero. Looks like a spaceship, doesn't it? I think the Ferrari is also very pretty, but let's hear it go past. I think the McLaren probably has a slight edge on it in terms of the noise that it makes. But two fabulous looking supercars, really the sort of things that define and epitomize what supercars are all about. That McLaren just gone past, and we're doing one more lap. We're doing one more lap with these cars. So give them a round of applause, give them a cheer as they go past you. So give them plenty of encouragement. We've got the owners of these cars actually doing laps in their own cars, and as you can see, they are taking on a little bit of risk for your entertainment here today. We've come to a halt. We're coming to a halt with the McLaren as well. Show your appreciation, please, everybody. And go! So James Bond is driving the sure James Bond isn't driving the Aston Martin, but he thinks he is. But anybody that drives the Aston Martin, there we go! Sideways action already from the Aston Martin. We've got 630 brake horsepower, and he is deploying it to full effect. 700 meters of torque. That is a fair amount in the car that is even that size down low. The Porsche, of course, is more precision, it's more lightweight. 911 GT3 RS, of course, 4 litre. There we go, that's the way to do it. 4 litre naturally aspirated, flat 6, 518 brake horsepower, nearing 62 miles per hour, 2.2. This thing has got active aero, it's got a DRS style rear wing, so it's pretty much like a race car. This one, of course, has got a mission from MI6, and off he goes. He's been given the green light. He's going to keep an eye on the Aston Martin. Keep an eye on the Aston Martin. There we go. It's coming round. Now, if you give him, everybody shout, go Nat, go Nat, go Nat. Come on everyone, give him some encouragement. Oh, they're just showboating. They're just trying to outdo each other. There we go. Round of applause, everybody. Give him a cheer. Come on, go! So the California 3030 is basically, it's got 30 kilograms less weight, but 30 horsepower more, taking the engine to 483 brake horsepower for a 0 time of 3.8 seconds. Now, the Jaguar is maybe a second slower, but it's actually got more power, 503 brake horsepower, 5 litre V8 supercharged, as I said, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. Both of these cars are in effect grand tourers, they're luxury cars, they're cars that take you from A to B and across countries very, very fast. I have to say, out of the two of these, the Jaguar really does pull the heartstrings. It's just such a wonderful car. And now, these are great value for money. Check these out for sale now on the used market. You might be surprised at what you can pick one of those up for. No such luck on the Ferrari California. Of course, Ferraris tend to hold their value, so that one's going to get more and more expensive, especially considering the fact of the special edition, the California 3030. Okay, so the checkered flag is out, and we're going to bring the cars to a halt, if they can hear me. And everybody, please show your appreciation. Go! I told you they were loud. I told you they were loud. So with the 430, but they both got modified exhaust. But with the 430, we got 4.3 litre natural gas burning V8, which is nearly 62 miles per hour. You know, the 430 was actually the first Ferrari to get the Maraschino switch. Caught up. They have now caught up, and this has now turned into a race. This was supposed to be demo laps, but now this has turned into a race. So, well, somebody had a point to prove it. They drove it. 262 miles per hour, 4.6, 4.5 seconds. So Paolo's red Ferrari there, 360 Modena. And now, for your entertainment, we're going to find out which one of these is actually the loudest, because the drivers have been arguing about this all day long. So now we're going to find out. And who's going to judge this? You guys are going to judge this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point to the car, they're going to rev, and I'll point to the other car, and then you'll tell me by your appreciation which one you thought was the loudest. Let's hear the cars first. First of all, go for it. Go for it. Right, now it's up to you. Now you have to make some noise. Give me a cheer if you thought that was the best one. Give me a cheer if you thought that was the best one. I think we have a very clear winner. Sorry, this is the second defeat in a row.
Oh, power down. Let's see what they've got.
Got the white car and the 458 Spider, in my opinion, probably one of the most beautiful modern day Ferraris. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. But of course, not to be outdone in terms of looks, we've got the Lamborghini Huracan. Now this one's special, this is the Avio, and the Avio actually pays tribute to Italian fighter pilots. So you can see that in the livery, and also as it goes past you just now, as they're near the audience now, look at the doors. And look at the logo, look at the decal that it's got on the door. And that is supposed to reflect. And they're catching up with each other already. You might have to put a little bit of a gap between them because obviously the Lamborghini, in tribute to the fighter pilots is paying homage to, it's catching up. It is literally flying. So there you go. There we go. You're going to get telling off now. Show your appreciation, guys. Oh, there we go. Give him some encouragement. Come on, guys. Give him some encouragement. Let's try to keep that white. Let's try to keep the white Ferrari white, shall we? That sounds awesome. Check it out. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And you know what? Go! So Pocomante Coupe is the next 631 brake horsepower. Although the Coupe is a little bit quicker, it's 0.2 of a second quicker than 16. So technically, it should catch up with the Spider, but actually there's quite a big gap between them now already. And I guess that might be down to the driver, and it might be down to having the open air, filling your hair. That should be a little bit of a twitch there as it comes around the corner. So the power is definitely going down. So it should be interesting. Here we go. 0 to 62, 2.9 seconds for the Coupe and 3.1 seconds for the Spider. 600 meters at the top. They can both be over 200 miles per hour. The session is ending, so give your appreciation to these cars. Come on, everybody. An Italian rival to the Americans we've got. Okay, so we're going to get double trouble with the Lamborghini. So anyway, let's kick off this session. If we're ready to go, count down with me, everybody. 3, 2, 1. So the Corvette is 6.2 naturally aspirated. Let's hear it, guys. Come on, let's hear that Corvette. Here we go. That's a V8, that's 62 miles per hour, 2.9 seconds, 490 brake horsepower. The Aventador, that's a 6.5 liter V12, of course, 730 horsepower. It's carbon monocoque. It's one of the best-selling modern supercars of all time. I remember being the launcher of that car. Unfortunately, they could only build a certain amount. Because of the fact that it was in the carbon fiber shell and it was very expensive, and they only had a certain number of molds. But they clearly lied, because it became one of the best-selling cars and in different editions. The Corvette, wonderful example of what the Americans can do when they really put their mind to it. Mid-engine Corvette. Never thought we'd see one. We always talked about it, there were rumors about it, and then suddenly they went, no, what? We're going to build it. And here it is. Show your appreciation for these guys. Come on, everyone. Right, so we've got a special treat for you. We've got the Corvette.
The special head-to-head that they've requested, I might add. Hands in the air. Give it 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go! It was a good start for the man in silver, but the Aventador is quick on the straight.
Well, the Avio, as I said earlier, is back and he's still flying because that is a tribute to Italian fighter pilots. So he's getting feisty. He wants to fight. They called for this. This wasn't in the schedule. This wasn't on my program. He's back, and we're going to go head to head. So now it's up to you to decide which one of these is best. Give him a cheer if they go past you. Give him lots of encouragement. These are two amazing Lamborghinis. This is the height of what Lamborghini has done. The Aventador just sounds absolutely magnificent. But I'll tell you what, the Avio is really making up ground on the Aventador. And we have a checkered flag. Not sure who is the quickest out there. The Avio? Let's see. We have a winner, and it is the Avio. Everybody give it up for the Avio! Come on!
Oh my goodness me. These guys and their toys, I tell you what, that Aventador's got a special noise though. But baby won. Baby said he was gonna. And there we go, off he goes. I'll tell you what, they might not have spared any expense on the design and build of these vehicles, but they really need better horns. Yeah, we got, of course, Lamborghini. Yeah,
Give me a countdown, everyone. 3, 2, 1, go! So the Diablo is properly old school, 5.7 naturally aspirated V12, 510 horsepower, 580 Newton meters of torque. And we've got 200 miles per hour. The SV of course stands for super velocity, and it is rear wheel drive. So that's not all wheel drive, that is actually rear wheel drive. So quite a handful if you decide to deploy the full power of that V12. Although in this case the Ferrari, true to the fact that it is sold to racing drivers, is catching up. He's getting races. So he's getting very, very close. Oh, what a treat you guys have with these two going past you now. Pretty much at full speed. The Ferrari now is actually overtaken. I think we did say no overtaking, but he has now overtaken the Lamborghini.
red green as I say, but lovely moment down into